Oh, now yes?
There, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is the first tour. I mean, for this
For the
season,
year.
okay? So, you will see, as I was telling, the water of Elliott Bay, which is significant to Seattle because the first pioneers, the Denny Party, came over from the Oregon Trail in 1851. I'm telling you this in advance because you will see to your right that, but you will also see boats, but a lot of boats are coming. And you know, in Seattle, most of the people have a boat. Imagine that. Except in me, I don't have one, so I'm the leader percentage. So look at this, and these are few. Even for the seafarer, it was so difficult for the planes to do all the acrobatic because people have a lot of boats. That's like, oh my gosh. So, water of Elliott Bay here, you will see more of course, and more boats once you go to the top of the Space Needle because South Lake Union is in that area, so more boats aboard. But from this moment, you are gonna see a little construction going on, just a little. Well, the reason is because in 2019, the city tore down a two-decker highway that was here in all this area. So you're gonna see this little construction. And that was because in 2001, it was a 6.9 earthquake. So, and the highway started to crack. So imagine if it happens again. So it has been like kind of difficult here at the waterfront, and you're gonna see it's not so nice now, but it will be next year when you come back and visit us. So that is another reason for you to visit us because this is gonna be completely different next year. Actually, this is gonna be an extension of the Seattle Aquarium, this area that we're gonna pass right now to your right. So the Seattle Aquarium is coming. But the new construction is going to be just amazing for next year. So imagine everything that they are doing. So as you see, leader construction. So they open actually for us this road, especially for all of you. Imagine how important you are. During the rest of the days, all this area is closed. Yeah, because they are under construction, they cannot let people just pass this area. But for us, for you, we are just doing everything because you're so special for us. Okay, let's continue talking about Seattle. To your right, you will see first the Seattle Aquarium, and then it's coming to your right, our Seattle Great Wheel. It is 175 feet tall. It was built in 2012, and the particular about it is that it changes the color. It depends on the event that is happening in Seattle. When Mariners is playing, when Seahawks is playing, it's changing the color. Christmas time is just amazing. But my favorite is Halloween. Because you can see in that wheel there, a pumpkin. Yeah, it's a pumpkin. You can check it online if you want. It has been for me a tradition just to stop here at the waterfront and see that because it's so like, it's unique and it's so funny just that to see a pumpkin here. So this is for those who are gonna stay more time. This is open until late, so you can just go have a margarita there because they have drinks and just enjoy the nice view. If you love seafood, this is the place to go. We have here the best seafood restaurant. We have Fisherman, sorry. Then we have Elliott Oyster, our classic fish and chip Ivers. And also you can take a cruise all around the bay and having a really nice sunset, just drink something, and that's gonna be great. Now we will getting soon in Seattle downtown. We will be Spring at the first. We will be getting soon in Seattle downtown. Oh, let me introduce our Captain Motor Coach. Lou is with us today. He's gonna be driving us around downtown Seattle. He's a great driver because driving here in downtown Seattle is not easy. You are gonna see that because construction all around, they are just amazing. Thank you, Lou, for being with me today. Oh, you see, this are so nice. Well, right now we will be getting in. John back, a Swedish immigrant. He was working at a woodworking shop. Just the place that we are gonna get in now, the area of downtown. It was a windy day, probably like today. It's kind of windy here. Around 2:15 p.m. he was heating glue over gasoline fire. At 2:15 p.m. the glue split all over the place. And of course, it started a fire. John was so nervous trying to put it out that he decided to throw some water. But imagine throwing water on gasoline fire. It was increased fire because imagine that. So that was boom, an explosion. And the worst was not that. The store next door was Diesel Mayer. And it was a liquor store. Boom! It was a huge explosion from all this area, and basically every like place that we're gonna be going around, it was on fire. 33 blocks, 4 hours. Imagine that. That was huge. That's why our fire department, I mean, they are our superheroes. We do love our fire department. They are just amazing. Now, we are getting downtown and then Pioneer Square. To your right, you will see the point the fire started, next block. From that moment, our historical district, that is Pioneer Square, all of them decided, just here to your right, this was the point, this whole light represents the starting of the fire, the Great Fire. Getting now in Pioneer Square, after the Seattle Great Fire, most of the property owners decided to build their building using only brick and stones. And you will notice from this point different kind of architecture. But also, if you want to know how was Seattle before the Great Fire, we have here to your left underground tours. You can literally walk below where we are and know how was Seattle before the Great Fire. And I want you to pay attention to the buildings. Most of them has this Victorian classic style because we want to keep our historical district. As you're gonna see soon, every neighborhood is different, and especially with all technology, we want to keep this as our historical. We want to keep that. So look at all the buildings. And coming to your right, you will see the Central Salon. The Central Salon was the first place that Nirvana played. So if any of you want to just have a dream, this is a great place. The Central Salon to your right. other important thing about this area, besides being part of our historical district, it is now a place for visiting different art galleries. You're gonna find windows of different art galleries, local, and every first Thursday of the month, we have here free art walking tours. If somebody's interested in art, this is the place. The largest amount of art galleries. If is in this place. Pioneer Square, Continent, Occidental Park is coming. To your left, also, you will see the first building built after the Great Fire. The Cadillac Hotel, it's to your left. Let's look. I usually tell in advance for you to be prepared, okay? That's why I say it before. Because sometimes if I say after, we just pass it and you didn't realize. No, it's coming now. To your left, it's Cadillac Hotel, no more a hotel. It is now a gold mining museum for free tours. If somebody's gonna stay more, this is a really good place to visit. To your right is coming our Seattle Bell Tower. The Seattle Bell Tower was built in 2006. And you're gonna see how beautiful it is. The Seattle Bell Tower resembles the San Marcos Bell Tower in Venice, Italy. So you don't need to go to Venice. You just need to just come and just visit us in Seattle. This is the King Street Station also, or train station. And yes, just pay attention to your right. Yeah, to your right. Oh, I should be sitting. To your, yeah, because of the safety. To your right, it's coming. Let's wait for the traffic light. But after we pass our, yeah, it's just exactly, you don't need to go to Venice. Just come here. But now let's go to a different neighborhood. This is the international town. It's gonna be completely different. And I want you to pay attention to the street signs, street names. They are written in English, in green, and in the Asian community that is living in the area. Because this is more the international district. It's gonna be like, you will find here Chinese, Vietnamese people. You're gonna find like different Asian communities here. And that's the amazing. And also, look in front of you, the light poles, you will find dragons. Just say welcome to the international district. So here is the area all our Asian community live. And if you want to find this kind of food, this is the place to go. So now we'll go. It was built in 2007. But let's wait for the traffic light and for the bus that is we're not spending too much in advance.